Today in this video I wanted to share with you really quickly what I do to get my guitar tone to go from this to this. Basically, I'm playing my Gibson Les Paul, going straight into the Marshall and the aux box, and then into the Apollo, and that's then what we hear is what's coming out of the speaker. In my opinion, just that signal, unprocessed, all by its own, sounds really nice and good, but it's a little bit on the dull side. It's woofy, mushy. It doesn't have really that brilliance and that openness to it, and that sparkle. It does have punch and has that fist and nice distortion, sustain. It's got really good qualities. I could play with it. It's not an awful sounding signal, but there's some easy things that I do to make it sound a lot better, in my opinion, and I can show you. Let's head over to the desktop. Okay, so we're over here at my desk. Actually, we didn't move it that much at all, but I just had to move the camera. This is the Apollo interface. Channel 1 is the vocals, and channel 8 is the guitar. So, this is the already processed guitar tone, and let me put all processing out. So what I'm doing right here, first of all, I got a API channel strip going on, and besides the gain, of course, that I'm using to dial in the right amount of line signal, which is quite hot. I could dial it down a bit, but it's okay. It sounds good. First thing in line is the gate, really important, because without the gate, we would have this. There's a little bit of haziness. I leave it on just in case. For example, when I use a P90, it really comes in handy. Next thing is the compression. Because I'm playing over a very dynamic amp, Marshall, with not so much distortion, the amp on its own isn't that much compressed, so I enjoy using a compressor. I just find it makes it sound a little bit sweeter, a little bit more sustained. Let me dial this level up a little bit more. Like this. Without the gate, and this is with the gate. Just a tiny little bit different, but I like it better. So the most important part is the EQ section. The guitar without any EQ. Now we have it. This is the dull sound that I was talking about. Not a bad guitar sound, but now let me turn on the EQ and show you what I'm doing. So this is with the EQ setting. It has a lot more vibrance, a lot more treble, brilliance, taking out the woofiness and the mushiness, and this is how I do it. Pretty easy. I leave the really high frequencies completely alone and don't touch this, but I do touch the 3K and I boost them 3 dB, which is it's not that much, but it's not nothing. So let me show you right here. If I would do nothing to the 3K, this is the sound. See, there's something happening, something really nice to me, very, very pleasant. It opens up, it makes it sound bigger. Similar thing, but going the other way is by cutting frequencies. And because I'm playing a Les Paul through a Marshall, we have these kind of mids that are kind of like these humpiness. I would try to describe it. So this is with nothing being manipulated in the mids. And in a kind of way, that's what the Marshall is, you know, that's the mid sound. So I don't want to do too much, but a little bit goes a long way. I'm cutting out some 240 hertz. And that's it. That's pretty much it on the first EQ. So this sound that, hold on. This is the sound. Okay, now we can really hear the hiss. This is a sound unprocessed. Okay, it's going through the gain, but there's no gate, there's no compression, there's no EQ. Now, the gate gets rid of the hiss. The compression makes it a little bit sweeter. Let's put it that way. And the EQ just makes it sound better. But I'm not quite done. What I've started doing lately, a couple of days ago, if you would have asked me this, I would have said, okay, I'm done, this is my sound. But a couple of days ago, I discovered that by putting on another EQ, I can make it sound even better from here to here. And this comes in especially important when switching to the neck pickup of the guitar. The Marshall that I'm playing through, I love that Marshall, but as I said, it does sound woofy in the bass frequencies and a little bit dull. So playing on the neck pickup, doesn't translate that well. It's a different story with this the Silver Jubilee. I don't have to add this second EQ with the Silver Jubilee, or at least not as much, I would suppose. So right now on the neck pickup. Cool sound. Again, without the second EQ. And what am I doing here anyway? Basically, the same thing again. I'm taking the 3K, boosting it 1 dB, taking the 240 and cutting the mids. That's it. I'm not doing anything else. So as you can see, really, the tiniest of adjustments. For some reason doing this 2 times in series makes a difference than just adding up those frequencies. Maybe some of you guys can explain to me why that is. I don't have an explanation for it, actually. So yeah, as you can see, really pretty easy. It's not impressive what I'm doing there, but it does make a big difference, although it's really just tiny adjustments. I think what this video shows, besides me personally, how I dial in my personal tone, is you know, you may have an amp that is good, but it's not quite where you want it. With just, you don't need to buy a new amp. You don't need new pickups. You don't need nothing new. Maybe just work with a little bit EQ. That's it. And it doesn't have to be a fancy plugin like the Apollo either. Like, to be honest, like any EQ plugin on an interface is probably going to do it, and doesn't even have to be digital. Of course, you can take an analog EQ pedal. People, hope you liked this video. If you have anything to add or to complain about, please put it in the comments below. Please subscribe to my channel, ring the ring button, the bell button. Yeah, and thanks for watching. See you next time.